a nation in grief. As Egyptians await news on the cause of last week's plane crash, a public call for solidarity with the stricken EgyptAir company quickly picked up. It started with Egyptians posting pictures of EgyptAir on Facebook, sending their prayers and support. But it went viral as celebrities went on board. Superstars from Egypt and the Arab world posted selfies on EgyptAir planes. Many said they have booked their future flights on the Egyptian airliner. Others went as far as replacing their flight tickets with EgyptAir tickets.
Like many others did, I postponed my flight this evening so I can change the booking to be on EgyptAir. This is the very least we can do. This is a message to the world that the Egyptian people support EgyptAir, our company, and that Egyptians will not rest until we know the truth behind what happened.
It's all voluntary, whether from Egypt or abroad.
On
behalf of myself and the Saudi Arabian people, we feel and share the grief of the Egyptians, and we are all united. Many Saudis support Egypt and EgyptAir. Like a lot of Saudis, I came to Cairo this time on EgyptAir, not Saudi Airlines, to prove that we are all one and united.
Even renowned musician Sha'ban Abdulrahim released a song for the company.
بلدنا بخير ومهما حصل أو كان أنا مش هسافر غير في مصر للطيران.
This sense of solidarity has touched the employees of the national carrier.
It shows how we all can stand together in need. It's so touching for us to see everyone side by side. The Muslims, Christians, farmers, people coming from far away, and others from town. This gives us a sense we're not alone. Egyptians are with us in this ordeal.
Against all odds, there were no flight cancellations after that fatal crash. As some say, hardship and tears can breed strength to survive. Yasser Hakim for CCTV, Cairo.
As we continue our coverage of the EgyptAir flight crash, let's look at what has happened so far and what's expected to come. Yasser Hakim again has the details.
It's been just over a week since Egyptians woke up to the grave news. An EgyptAir flight 804 carrying 66 people on board disappeared from the radars. It was en route from Paris to Cairo. Wreckage was found 24 hours later in the Mediterranean Sea. There were no survivors. The country went into mourning. Mass funerals were made for the victims of the doomed flight. Meanwhile, families of the passengers underwent DNA tests to link them with the body remains brought back from the wreckage. But like everyone, they asked what brought the plane down. In his only press conference so far, Egypt's Minister of Aviation indicated a terrorist attack. But a week on, media and experts are still speculating. The facts so far: the wreckage and body remains have been found in small pieces. A satellite information system showed several fire alarms had went off before the plane disappeared from radars, and the pilot did not have time to send any maydays or alerts. These indicate the plane could have exploded in mid-air before crashing into the Mediterranean. But the cause of an explosion is still a mystery. It could be a terrorist attack, though no one has claimed responsibility till now. It could be a technical fault or pilot error. The only hope for answers comes from the still missing black boxes. They have to be recovered soon in order to be able to have any clue about what had happened on that fateful Thursday. Efforts to retrieve the flight data recorders intensified. Support from specialized Western companies helped narrow the perimeters of the search operation. But back on the mainland, Egyptians are still holding prayers, vigils and funerals for the loved ones and lending support for their families.
It's a tragedy for EgyptAir, its workers, and of course the victims who are on board and their families. We have to support them. It's no doubt that all Egyptians stand behind everyone affected by this tragedy.
Yasser Hakim for CCTV, Cairo.